that I had, were frightening, and I don't know who I'm tapping into. So, I do believe, I resonate with the Catholic religion. I do go to church and I do pray, and I do that for myself. Meditation, yes, I have practiced some meditation, but again, I don't want to open myself up to anything that would be malevolent, and so I don't necessarily believe that meditation would do that. I just, because of the experiences that I've had, Reiki seems to be the only thing that actually works for me. It calms me down a little bit more, and there's no channeling and there's no chanting or anything like that. And I know meditation doesn't have any of that either, but I haven't tried to connect because of the manifestation of the book that I've actually, I don't know, I don't know if what I'm channeling in, and believe me, I don't want my mind open up that wide to, to have any more of these experiences.
You probably should at least explore, to ground and protect yourself anyway. I would say that you have psychic abilities, whether you know it or not, and you, whether you channel or anything, you could become like a beacon in the night to spirits and things like that. So it would at least be important to learn some different techniques to ground and protect yourself anyway.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. That's a really good reminder too. That's definitely something. Yeah, that I do believe in. I do believe in protection and things like that. My house is surrounded with pictures of Mother Mary, and I do really thank you for that, because that is such an important reminder.
Hey, James.
Go ahead.
I was going to ask you a question, James, because I mentioned the occult, maybe like some friend of hers or whatever, without her realizing, could have, been causing all this let's say, to happen.
Yeah. I personally think it's more her spirit guides and some of her loved ones were trying to get her on track with her life to what she was supposed to do. Because, people in your lifetime, this lifetime could have been in your lifetime, like your sister this time could have been your mother last time. You have like the same core group of people, and they were probably just, maybe you're getting strained from pretty much your role in life, what you're supposed to do, and they were probably trying to get you back on track. And there is no such thing as coincidences. And if you keep your eyes and your mind open, there's signs out there all the time, and it sounds like you're pretty good at seeing them and knowing what they are. So I think you're on the right track anyway, as far as that goes.
Yes, yeah. I still see the synchronicities every now and then, mostly with number patterns. With the 1111 or 333 or 444. And I do see a lot of repeating numbers.
You can look those numbers up, and they'll tell you. Yeah. You can look them up, and they'll tell you what the universe is trying to tell you, or
exactly.
Yep. But I mean, it's some fascinating stories you got there for sure.
Sounds like you got a bad cold there, James.
Yeah, I'm getting over it. I'm actually feeling better today than I have the last couple of days.
Well, you should go, after you hang up, you should go get yourself a bowl of cornflakes.
You know what? That's exactly what I was going to do.
I could read that. Seriously, I could read that you were hungry for cornflakes.
You channel
that. That helps me, Gary.
You channel that, Gary.
Yeah, that, or I know James a little bit, so that could help too.
All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Have a great night, everybody.
Okay, James. Thank you.
Bye.
Well, hey, I really enjoyed having you on. I am so sorry. I've gone 2 years without a malfunction. And
if you would interview me, and this is right in alignment. This is.
Yeah,
I tend to go wherever I go to mess up electrical stuff. I'm so sorry, Gary.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think the cat just got in there and chewed wires. But I'll tell you, it was like not just that. I'll be honest with you. Besides finding the wires chewed, right? I run 8 computers that feed into the server. And then, after I thought I had it working, then I found out one of the other wires was unplugged. I tell you, when it happens, when you're on the air or when you just go on the air, you freak out. I mean, you were going to be an engineer. Could you imagine, right? You're recording some type of music for, a group or a singer or whatever, and then all of a sudden, it's all gone. And it would be a scary experience.
Yeah. Well, we survived it, though.
Yeah. And I want to thank you, Kris, for coming on.
Well, thank you, Gary. It was such fun. I had a great time. Thank you for letting me share my story, and have fun up there in Gig Harbor. It's such a great place. It's a great area. I
love it. I've been all over the country, and I'll be honest with you, I like where I'm at. I don't have to worry about, there's some poison spiders, but I don't have to worry about rattlesnakes, snakes, and stuff like that. For a little short period of time, I lived in North Carolina, and I'll tell you, there was all kinds of creepy things. And I'll tell you, I love the weather here, even if it rains a lot. But you know what? It's comfortable. And, some parts of the country, it isn't this comfortable. Hey, Kris, again, I want to thank you, and,
thank you.
I wish you success with your book. I hope it's doing really well.
It could do better.
Again, go ahead and give the titles one more time before we click off.
The first one is called Tell Me You Want Me. The second one is called Till the Other Side of Time. Both books did a full manifestation.
Okay, and boy, did you have it. Okay, kid. Well, hey, you have a good evening, and, have a great weekend that's coming up.
All right, you too.
Okay, take care.
Bye.
I just find it so strange, you write a book, and all of a sudden the people you meet are in the name of the, you wrote about in the book. And then all these weird things that happen, like the dimes, a roll of dimes is leading out from where she parked her car to, the power going out and all this other stuff. I don't know if she was manifesting it herself or, some loved ones that's passed on. I have no idea. Anyway, I want to apologize. We had a equipment malfunction at the beginning of the show. And I tell you, when that happens, you kind of freak out. And, I had a backup system here I had to fire up, and that took like 10 minutes to get it up and going. But at least we did do the show. Anyway, I'm going to jump out of here. We're back tomorrow, and we got some great guests coming up this week. Later on this week, we got Mary Joyce. And we're going to be talking with Mary Joyce a little bit different. We're not going to be talking about Bigfoot. We're not going to talk about earth changes. Of course, we might sneak a little bit in it. But we're going to be talking about regression and children, past lives and stuff like that. And then on Friday, we got a regular that's on quite often. That's Tobias Whalen. Now, we're going to be talking about cryptids, monsters, and things like that. So you want to make sure you tune in on Friday. So anyway, I'm going to jump out of here. I'm going to, take a couple hits of some salad tonight. An honest diet of between 500 and 800 calories a day. You know what? The first week, it was rough. Then it got into about 10 days, and it got really rough. And now, actually, I'm starting to feel better than I have in years. I feel like I got more energy, and I'm starting to find some weight coming off. But you know what? I haven't had any of that bad stuff, like that ice cream, cookies, donuts, that's all been out. No chips, no soda, no beer, no nothing. And I'll tell you, it gets better the longer you're off. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow. So everybody, have a great one.